Hello everyone, welcome back to Rizzo Rink here in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, where it is championship night yet again on this Wednesday afternoon, where we have upcoming the Thunder taking on the Moore Dudes for the 4th time in the recent memory of the PBLA playoffs. I'm Caden Stewart. Jack Dobbins will be on shortly, but for now we have a presentation, a brief one, of the Walt Bujack Sportsmanship Award here on the floor at Rizzo Rink. Take it away, Commissioner Stewart.
Hello everybody, my name is Steve Innamorato. I am the President of the Philadelphia Box Lacrosse Association. Welcome to the 2026 PBLA Championship game against the Philadelphia Thunder versus the Moore Dudes. Every year, we celebrate the 2 best teams with this championship, but we also celebrate the life of somebody we lost who was very dear to the league. In 2022, Walt Bujack, a founding member of the PBLA, passed away from COVID. Walt was, he was the original treasurer. He was a player in the league. He was in later years, he became one of our referees. He was our head referee. Walt was involved since the very first day of the PBLA, and his loss was a monumental loss to us, the lacrosse world, and to his family. Walt, as a player, as a referee, he was always fair. He valued the game of lacrosse so much. He was always about growing the game. And to honor him, we have created an annual trophy known as the Walt Bujack Sportsman Award. And every year, our referees select one player from the PBLA to receive this, okay? To give the award this year, we have a special guest. We have Councilman Isaiah Thomas from the Philadelphia City Council here to present this year's award. Okay. Well, I'll hold it.
Good evening, everybody. Can you guys hear me back there? All right, good evening, everybody. It's an honor to be here. My name is Councilman Isaiah Thomas. I'm a councilperson at large. I represent the entire city of Philadelphia. I'm a big sports fan myself. I think they can hear me. Can you hear me?
No, but they can't hear you on TV.
They can. So I'm trying to do a balance.
Okay.
Yeah, it's an honor to be here with you. This league is something that is really important to the city of Philadelphia, and it speaks to the culture of Philadelphia really being a sports city, sports being a big part of our DNA. And as a basketball coach, to me, nothing matters more than sportsmanship. I've been coaching more than 15 years of my life, and every time I get the opportunity to be in front of young people and work with young people, we always encourage them to use the game and use the sport to build relationships, to build a network that could be bigger than the moment that we're in right now. And so I've heard that our recipient started at the age of 14. I've heard that this person might not have been a fan favorite in the beginning of their time. I can relate to that as a coach who matured a little bit, but that's a great example and a lesson of what sports can do. Sports can put you in a position to help you grow, to become more mature, to face conflict and know how to resolve it while maintaining your composure. And according to the referees, this person couldn't be more deserving than the Walt Bujack Sportsmanship Award. So it's my honor to call up Mr. Connor Atkinson. Connor, come on up. Congratulations, Connor. There are nothing but good things about you, sir.
Thank you.
Yes, sir, absolutely.
Congratulations. All right. Okay. Okay.
For the 40th time, the Philadelphia box lacrosse scene will crown a champion here at Rizzo Rink in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, where we are about to be underway between the #1 seed, undefeated reigning champion Thunder, taking on the challenger and two-time champion in the last 3 years, Mordudes, here at Rizzo Rink for the 2026 Frank and Doreen Menschner Memorial Cup. I'm Caden Stewart, alongside by Jack Dobbins and everyone else behind the scenes here at Rizzo. One final time for the 2026 season. Jack, your thoughts coming in?
I mean, obviously the Thunder coming into this game undefeated at a whopping 13-0. They are the team to watch. They've been offensively fired all year, defensively fired all year. The goaltending has been fantastic from both Atkinson, who just won the Sportsmanship Award, and Alec Rubman, two great goaltenders. But the Mordudes have given them a good fight every single time they've matched up. Even the last time they did, ending in a shootout, the Thunder winning 2-1 in the shootout. I mean, it's going to be a great game, I think, but the Thunder are the favorites.
The Thunder gained the best of the two final scores as their 13-0 total record this season would infer. A 7-5 victory earlier on this year, 10-9 in a shootout a few weeks ago. And the Mordudes look to get redemption in round 3 of 3 in this 2026 season. As we alluded to before as well, many unstoppable forces and immovable objects across both teams. The Mordudes coming in with the fewest goals allowed and the best point differential in the league, but the Thunder only 1 goal behind, second in the point differential, and also the second fewest goals allowed on average per game this season. A brilliant battle coming your way from Rizzo Rink. Opening draw underway. Tie up in the main circle, sent back to far boards. And still contested now in that main circle, taken away by the Thunder. Eventually, it's Sullivan who gets the first touch. He sends it to the corner. Now Bruno giving chase. He's turned away. Jonathan Miller with speed along the far baseline. Miller in front of the scorer's table, now along the Mordude bench. He surrenders the ball right back to Marr, and Kyle Marr will spin back for the first clean possession of the day. The Thunder offense is underway. Marr on a feed. Joey Klinges on the next reception to the far boards. Klinges hits up Connor. Austin Connor to Michael Bruno. Bruno a little bit high, but pulled in. Shot on goal is saved. And the rebound does not come about. Matt Kuhn makes the save. The NLL draft pick of the Philadelphia Wings 2 years ago. He's had a hot start today. He starts opposite Connor Atkinson, the Sportsmanship Award winner, just a few moments ago. Atkinson versus Kuhn. Kuhn 1-for-1 thus far. The Mordudes looking to even the score here. Backpedaling to Kraus, the near side circle. Kraus to the middle, one hopper looking for Menard. It's wide of him, covered by the Thunder. Here comes Patrick Reshenko. It's Resh with speed. Sidearm toss toward Connor, knocked away. Good defense played by the Mordudes to close the door at the very last moment. Tyler Rock was on the takeaway. He had 5 points on Monday night, 3 goals, 2 assists, and a dominant victory for the Mordude offense. Sam Mutz near side circle, ball jarred loose. Good defense played again, this time by the Thunder. This time it's a 71 of Pat Smith in particular, one-on-one with Mutz. Mutz taking offense to it. The words behind the play there as well early in this one. 90 seconds gone. One hopper off the mark, and this may have been saved there as well by Atkinson. Resh taken down there behind the play, and that would be a free possession for the Thunder. Fresh 30 on the clock for the team in yellow and red. The yellow top half, red bottom half for the defending champion, 13-0 Thunder. The Mordudes coming in with their usual tan, and the maroon numerics, maroon trim along the bottoms and tops as well. Kyle Marr near side circle in front of the scorer's table, cutting into the middle. Marr through contact, behind the back stick play, was up in the air. They say it hit the ceiling, it'll be out of play. Last touch Thunder, no touch Mordudes, and this possession to the 2023 and 2024 PBLA champions. Dalton Hoffman across the midline, cutting in behind Tim. Tyler Rockowitz, 2 minutes, gone in this first period. Rockowitz on a feed to Eric Ogier, the league leader in assists with 17. Ball jarred loose there, looking for Rockowitz again, up in the air, off the top of the board. Smith plays it right back for the Thunder defense, and he'll turn into an offensive attacker here. He goes backwards with Michael Jamieson, and Jamieson will nearly return the favor. It's over his head, and instead played by Resh. High-paced offense thus far, 1 shot on goal for either side. Defense has been strong as well. You need to when you have 2 good offenses like this. Pass a little bit high, the 41 of Michael Carbone looking for a feed there in the middle. It's past his stick, but covered by Resh instead along the far glass. Resh to the top, a shot, they score! The reigning champs strike first. And it's the 91 of Matt Klinges from the far boards.
Just a beautiful shot. You know, that got the bottom right of the net. Kuhn made a great opportunity to try to get the shot. He saw it coming from his right side, so naturally his body went to the right. Klinges knew that was what was going to happen. He shoots to Kuhn's left, and is able to sneak right through. 1-0 Thunder.
Matt Klinges a brilliant first goal. He's been one of the lesser talked about offensive pieces for the Thunder this season, but has been very key to their production. Patrick Resh on the assist. He is no stranger to those type of points. He's currently 8th in the leading goals with 18, and he's up there in the total point column as well. Running clock here down to 11, 27, and 26 following communication here following the ensuing draw. Austin Connor will come away with possession, excuse me. And so the team in front 1-0 will have a second chance at it. Looking to double the lead early on. Austin Connor around the blue line. Checked by Hogarth, and now back to Hogarth. The young man, Traeger Hogarth, had 2 goals, 2 assists on Monday night, a 13-5 win over the Outlaws in that first game of 2. The More Dudes taking down the Pups 11-7 after a breakaway second period. Same spot, same result. Austin Connor on the feed from Kyle Marr. It's 2-0 Thunder early.
I mean, as good as the Thunder are, I did not expect a 2-goal lead this early on into the game. The offense has been dominant. When you have Connor and you have Klingus and all the rest of the other guys on that team, you expect them to be firepowered. However, this early on, getting 2 against a very strong goaltender is very, very not, familiar to the world of lacrosse.
Ensuing draw hits the official. It's recovered by the More Dudes briefly back to the Thunder. Austin Connor, no stranger at all to goals. He averages 2 and change per game. A league leading 27 goals to his name, 33 total points when he added his 6 helpers. And looks to continue to add to that total tonight. He's got 1 early. And they score again! It's 3 in a row! And yet again is the Thunder striking early with Adam Goldner.
I'm shocked right now. I mean, 3-0 in the first 5 minutes. Are you kidding me? This is just an unbelievable, fiery start from the Thunder.
Matt Kuhn is no stranger to big moments. He's won a championship with the Outlaws in years prior. He joins the More Dudes this year as a first-time player in the maroon and tan, and he leads the league in goals allowed average, less than 7 per game, but he needs his offense to step up big time here. One hopper to Hoffman. Shot on goal is saved. Second chance does not go. Loose in the pad of Atkinson. Goldner as well, someone who hasn't been as consistently producing on the Thunder offense, but he has certainly been a key factor on the far boards this time. Now fires to Kyle Marr, new possession for the Thunder. Marr driving in, 1-on-none, save made by Matt Kuhn, a big one there. Catch up to the top and Goldner, check there behind the play. Murph Butler with contact, shot one hopper wide of Kuhn, and the rebound played in the middle by the More Dudes. The 47 of John Creaney takes it away. Creaney up the floor, Murph Butler remains circle. Rodkowitz drops in behind Tim, he takes the next feed. Tyler Rodkowitz along the blue line, fires to Eric Ozier. Ozier to Kraus. Kraus to the circle, has that one in and out of his stick, now recovers, backtracking. Kraus through heavy contact. In front of the net, knocked away. Good play there by the Thunder defenseman. Can't quite make out the number, but another good play by the Thunder defense. Butler, the shot clock to 3, puts that one off the mark, and there will be no second opportunity. It's the first violation of the day against either side. This one against the More Dude offense. Thunder ball now from the far boards as we resume play. Connor driving in, Connor shot, they score! Heavy traffic in front, and Austin Connor still finds a lane. I have no idea how he saw that, because I sure didn't, but it is 4-0 Thunder early.
I don't even have words at this point, if I'm being so honest with you. Like, usually I try to think of some witty thing to say in a situation like this. I can't. 4-0.
The big story here, though, I have some words for you. It's Billy Hauser coming in relief of Matt Kuhn early in this one. Hauser, 3rd in the league in goals allowed average to his name as well. He and Kuhn have been a brilliant dynamic duo this season, but it is Hauser who will get the majority of this first period, it appears. 4-0 early on, going the way of the Thunder offense. Austin Connor with 2, his season high total to 29 now on the year. Traeger Hogarth off the draw, goes to Connor, second chance denied by Hauser. What a brilliant save. The rebound's still loose, though. He's not out of the woods just yet. Austin Connor to the corner, now up in the air again, and Hauser will finally get on it cleanly. But my goodness, a 2-on-none turned away. The More Dudes are trying to slow the pace down here. I do not blame them at all. 8 gone in the first frame, 4-0 Thunder. Eric Ozier, main circle. Ozier winds, fires, headed off the mark. They've caught a piece of the leg pad there of Atkinson. Iron in the mix as well, but it does stay out. That's the important thing for the Thunder defense. Now their offense takes over. 7 to go exactly in this first frame. Bruno, pump fakes, now fires behind the back, taken away. Good play by the More Dudes. Player knocked down. Big shot there by Bruno. Second opportunity. There's a scramble for the ball. Hand is up here. Joey Klingus with the contact there. They're going to say it's on the Thunder. Out comes Hauser. Hoffman to the near circle. Hoffman driving in, shot clock halfway there. Pass a little bit wide. Tracking it down here, Noah France. He's on 2 hops. France to Rodkowitz. France comes off behind the play. 6-on-5 here. Butler scores! The penalty will be waved off, and Murph Butler, a big first goal for the Mordude offense. He makes it 4-1.
At that point, you just got to pull Hauser. You got to get every offensive player you can there right on top, and obviously it worked. That one was from the key, just slid right by Atkinson. About a good time for a first goal for the Mordudes.
Couldn't quite make up the number there on the penalty, but it is washed off regardless, just clarifying what the violation was. That was a push from behind there. Would have been a 2-minute minor, but it is waved off. Michael Buono would have been the recipient of the violation. Off the ensuing draw, ball sent right back to Miller. What a shot by Jonathan Miller to the far corner. Big contact there, and now a hand thrown, and that'll be sent off. Miller will be sent off the boards, off the bench, excuse me, as he landed a massive shot there on a One Thunder player just behind the midline, and then had some extra word for Matt Klingas behind the play. Both players will be sent off here, and we'll see what the violations are. So 2 minutes for roughing to either side as Matt Klingas for the Thunder. Number 91, who will get his 2. Jonathan Miller, the instigator, will get 2 as well. Miller, the second league leader in penalties. I should say second place in the league in total penalties and total penalty minutes as well. 10 penalties, all of which minors. Now 11 total, bringing his total minutes to 22 on the year. Second only to Pups scorer Nick Fox. So 4-on-4 for the next 2 minutes. 5:59 on the game clock in this first frame. 4-1 the margin, going the way of the Thunder offense. Mordude's looking for room to work with here in the far circle. Rob McClure there waiting for a feed from Ozier that does not come. Ozier double team now 1-on-1 to the far corner. The captain Bailey with good defensive coverage there. Here's McClure, put that one off the mark. Ozier looking for a rebound, does not come. It's taken away by the Thunder defense, excuse me.
That was an unbelievable pass that just wasn't able to be converted, but that could have been nasty.
Kyle Marr across the midline. Traeger Hogarth now through the blue line, near side circle. Hogarth to the middle. One hopper was wide of Carbone, knocked down as well. Heavy contact there in the far corner. No penalties called. There's the right no call. And now over and back went the Thunder offense, or the Mordude defense, excuse me. In and out of the crease went Hauser, and so it'll be Thunder ball now.
You can't afford to do that. When a team's up 4-1 and you give them another opportunity, that's always going to result in something negative.
Kyle Marr spinning free, looking for room to work with here. Shot clock to 20, a pass wide there. The Mordudes are going to take it away. They have a 2-on-2. Ball start loose on the floor and sent back the way of the Mordude defense. Played there, and Wade Mutz takes things over. 50 seconds remain in the 4-on-4, a 4-1 lead going to the defending champion, the 13-0 Thunder. Hoffman. Far boards, now cutting in. Hoffman pump faking, double pumping, holding, now firing to Kraus. Kraus between the circles. Top of the blue line, nearly gets taken down. Avoids Bruno. Kraus driving in, save made Atkinson. Rebound to flex wide to McClure. He plays it there. McClure, far side floor. Shot Hoffman denied. Second chance, Kraus tied up there. He'll get the rebound. Fresh 30 for the Mordudes, but no shot got off. Here's Rockowitz. Winds and fire. Save again, Atkinson. 3 big ones in a row. Patrick Resch to the far corner. He plays it up to his brother Connor. Here comes Connor Resch across the blue line. Resch in a 2-on-1. Double pumping shot. Save Hauser. Second chance in the crease. Denied. Jameson could not finish the job either. Billy Hauser slams the door there, and that'll end the 4-on-4. Both teams have good opportunities in that frame. It is a 4-1 score still, though. No goals in that 4-on-4 opportunity. Murph Butler, field general, at the top of the key here. Butler to Ozier, far circle back to near side. Butler a shot, blocked down, didn't make it to Atkinson. And the rebound is wide of Dalton Hoffman, all the way down behind the net. Hauser's out of the net for a delayed call, and this will bring about that formality as the Thunder will go down a man yet again. Confusion here on the Thunder side. It was an odd delayed call there as Hauser was well out. But we'll see what the official ruling is. Running clock to 3:18 and 17 in the first period. So far, Matt Kling has 1 goal to his name, Goldner with 1, Austin Connor with 2, extending his lead in the league standings for most goals and most points for that matter in this 2026 PBLA season. Murph Butler had an answer. He was helped out there by Tyler Rotkowitz. And that is where we stand right now, 4-1. The clock now stops at 2:58 as the officials have an extended discussion here due to that penalty. It'll be 5-on-4 in favor of the Mordues. The Butler goal was scored in a 6-on-5 delayed call window. Waiting on the formal penalty here. Again, the Thunder still pleading their case. It's the Yale product, Connor Resch, being the most vocal about it. And let's see here as both sides will make changes. And again, the officials will come together along the middle of the floor. So now it seems like we'll stay full strength. So I guess there is no penalty on the play. It'll be 5-on-5, and that is what it'll be. So 5-on-5, Thunder ball. So a complete switcheroo there on the officials, but collected the right call. Quick chance in front there. Marv denied. Sliding save made by Hauser. And it was a legal one at that, so it'll be a Mordude possession going the other direction. Hoffman along the far boards now, 2:40 on the game clock in this first period. Hoffman one-on-one with Connor, now backtracking, fires that a little bit high, but pulled in by Eric Ozert. Ozert now steps back. Along the far boards he goes, return favor to Hoffman. Hoffman now in space, waiting for some help to come along with it. Here's McClure. McClure on a one-hopper, back to Hoffman, winds and fires, put that one off the mark. One hopper off the glass, rebound played back to Blono. Here come the Thunder on offense. Blono will slow the pace though, and spin back, good defense play by Eric Ozert. Blono now gives for Connor. Austin Connor, once in the first period, hat trick. He doesn't get it there, feeds instead, and the shot is saved by Hauser. Matt Kling is there, hard contact behind the play. Kling is calling for head contact. He won't get the formal penalty and won't get possession either. It'll be Mordude ball. Jonathan Miller now with speed. Miller driving his way in, looking to get past Clinches. He does, he scores! Jonathan Miller went for the highlight reel. It's 4-2.
Just a straight bull rush. He was able to get through and catch Atkinson lacking. When a guy's coming that fast right up the middle, you got to be able to get down. And that shot was down low, exactly where everybody was expecting it, except for Atkinson. He didn't have the reaction time, and that makes it 4-2.
90 seconds to go in that first period, and that was the battle that we saw that sent 2 players off for roughing 91, Klinges, and 5 of Miller. And Miller wins the battle, at least the second one thus far. Adam Goldner off the ensuing draw along the far boards. The Thunder have seen their lead be cut in half in the last few minutes. Now 4-2. Can Hogarth answer? He'll give to Marr instead. Marr on the blue line. Marr to Korb in the middle. Korb backtracking. Passes out wide. Winding, shooting, saving there was Hauser. Second chance loose by Yee. Adam Yee is on it for the Mordudes. And the defenseman will clear the ball out of harm's way. But a dangerous moment there as Hauser was out of the net. 56 of the clock now in the first frame. McClure to Ozert for the connection to Miller, who subs off. Ozert between the main circle and the blue line. Now fires to Hoffman, who goes in the same spot. Hoffman cutting in on the left side of the floor this time. Hoffman double pumping. He's got Bailey in close coverage. Hoffman spinning, feeding McClure. Shot clock to 4 into 3. McClure cutting in, shot over the top. They score! 3 in a row for the Mordudes, and a high-scoring first frame continues.
That was just a high point. He jumped, was able to get it right over Atkinson's head. I mean, when the last one was hitting the ground to go through the net, that one was scraping the sky. That's the big difference of the goalie. You have to be able to get all over the net because you never really know where it's going until it's already behind you.
Dalton Hoffman again continuing to add to his point total. He was at a tie for the 4th most points in the PBLA this year. Now his 28th on the season. He gets the helper on the McClure goal, and that will be the end of the first period. So what looked like a possible Thunder blowout win in the first period at least has now been completely wiped away. It is a 4-3 margin going the way of the defending champions, where the 2-time winners in 23 and 24 are right on the doorstep. Coming to you momentarily in period number 2 here at Rizzo Rink. It's a 4-3 ball game going the way of the Thunder, looking to complete their perfect season and go to 14-0 in the 2026 campaign. They have not lost since the last game of the regular season last year, so a current 15-game win streak could be extended to 16 when we are done here. Rush off the draw for the Thunder. New period underway. Rush a shot, pushed wide of Hauser. Off netting out of play. We haven't seen that too much in that first frame, only once or twice. And it's a very rarity there when you have two high-flying offenses like this. A lot of shots getting on target, but both goaltenders have been strong. And an interesting change here. Alec Rubman is in favor of Connor Atkinson now to begin the second period. We'll see how long that continues. Hoffman to the nearest circle. Hoffman, the shot clock 2/3 of the way there to Rockowitz along the blue line. Rockowitz still pumping, now holding. Pressured out Rockowitz. In deep, wide of Ogier. One hopper toward Rubman, who gets a stick out there. Good play there, but didn't get it clean late. The Thunder take it away just before the horn. Would have been a violation on the Moore dudes, but waved off here. Marr up the floor. Marr a shot, pushed it wide. Rebound toward Connor. He now plays it on 2 hops. Austin Connor in space, room to work with here. The 10 of Connor, winding up, and now holds, and now gives to the far side again with Marr, returning the favor, the 51. Marr, hard contact there, hand is up for delayed call, 6-on-5 Thunder. Marr gives, Connor shoots, save, Hauser, second chance loose, and it's cleared away before the 41 of Carbone could get there, and that'll bring about the whistle for the formal penalty. Illegal cross-check is the call against the 7 of Noah France. Pass the top here on the blue line. New possession for the Thunder. Fresh 30 on the clock. Marr gives for Connor. Connor gets the return favor here. And back to Marr. Between the circles, Marr getting to work. 90 seconds gone in the frame. Minute 43 remaining on the 5-on-4. Marr again back and forth. Hot potato with it. Pass wide now of Klinges. Back toward Hogarth. Hogarth there for a scoop. Back to Marr now. Shot clock to 5. Marr shot. Save in a 5-hole by Hauser. Hauser now up to Yee. 2-on-2 here. Yee feeds. Shot. Save by Rubman. Miller with a whip on that one, but it is turned away by the goaltender. Heavy contact there, and that could be an additional penalty. It's not a penalty, but it is deemed a violation. Miller will come off. He draws the reaction from the 71 of Pat Smith, and now bring about a fresh 30 for the Mordude offense. Adam Yee will start play. Yee to Brett Lundberg, or rather Evan Scott. That sounds more correct. Scott now over the top looking for a hole in Rubman, but he is denied there as Rubman has a chest pad save in his own crease. Score stays 4-3, 45 coming off that 5-on-4. 1 or 2 more chances remaining for the Thunder offense. This could be their best one, a fresh 30. Connor feeds. Goldner back for Connor. Austin Connor winding up, thought about a shot, thought better of it. Now feeds Kyle Marr instead. Out and around, Klinges, Connor. Looking for a third connection. Connor still holding now. Shooting and saving there was Hauser. Second chance does not come about. It's loose for a moment, but then Hauser pounced right back on it in the paint. And it'll be Mordude ball that can kill the remainder of their man down. The first time either side has had a true 5-on-4 man down. Butler scoring a 6-on-5 delayed call. And now here's Kraus, chance in front, denied there by Rubman, but that was the first goal of the day for the Mordudes. They've scored 2 in a row since then, and the Thunder will continue to stay up just by 1, even through the 2-minute man up, as the final seconds come off the penalty there. 1-for-1 go the Mordudes on penalty kills on the defensive side. Pass wide there for Hogarth. Pass up in the air, deflected by Yee. Yee with a quick touch there for Miller. Yee still fighting for it, taken down there. Heavy contact with Bruno. Again, a player goes down, that's Miller. Big stick check there on Miller, who gets back to his feet, takes a player down. Is that going to be a call? It will be. Miller with some words back to the play there as well. Bruno, with his back turned, was not replying, as you tend to do with your back turn. But no penalty will be assessed. It'll just be another whistle that goes against Miller. Here's Resch through contact, in deep. Opportunity here for Hogarth, who spins out of it instead. Back for Resch, wide of him, play to Marr instead. Here comes Connor, between the legs, denied. That was Bruno, rather. Now it's Connor who shoots, he scores! Unassisted Austin Connor. It's a hat trick in the first half of this one, and it's a 5-3 Thunder lead.
The Thunder were up 4-0. The Mordudes came back with 3 straight, and who else but Austin Connor to put one more on the board. Now it's 5-3. The Thunder still the undefeated team. They have all the momentum heading into this game. The Mordudes were fighting back momentum-wise for a little bit with all the penalties the Thunder were getting, but now it's in their favor.
Not too sure what the rationale was for Rubin coming in, but he was only in for 5 minutes. Atkinson is back in his own crease. There's Krause on the feed to Hoffman, wide with him off the draw. Michael Jamison takes it away for the Thunder offense yet again. Jamison with a fresh pair of legs next to him, that's Goldner. Goldner backtracking a one-hopper to the middle. Here comes Klinges, winding up, double pumping, now firing. It's past the shot wide, and now back towards Scott, who couldn't scoop it. Picked up the 47 instead. The shot denied by Atkinson. What a save made. John Crean denied at the doorstep. Over the top, their second chance is also denied by Atkinson, who had the ball loose in the crease, but he is helped out there by his defense and Kyle Marr. Less than 10 to go in the second period. We've had plenty of action thus far. Joey Klinges along the far board to the middle for Kyle Marr. Marr in wide open space. And man in front of him though, as that gap was closed quickly by Wade Mutz. Now for Carbone. Through traffic there, he goes in deep. Carbone, Hogarth, shot denied. Solid save made by Hauser that time. Off the back netting, they say last touch off the Thunder, as Hauser's save does not count in that metric. It'll be 5-3 still, Mordew possession. Evan Scott off a new draw. Scott to Hoffman, to Krause now far side. Krause through contact in front of the Mark Squilla sign in the far corner. Now giving for McClure. McClure winding up contact there. Rob McClure nearly taken down back to his feet. McClure again checked. Heavy contact again from Brona. Worth the play there in that collaboration corner as that shot pushed wide by Ogier. Back to McClure, who cannot get on it in time. The second shot clock violation of the day against the Mordew offense. The Thunder can resume play quickly. They do just that as Resch fires to Marr. Marr for Carbone. Heavy contact there. Carbone against the near boards. Spins back along the blue line. Passes in deep for Resch. Resch pushed wide, now behind the net, still behind Hauser. Patrolling there. Ball again loose in the far side of the crease as Marr couldn't scoop it. He's deemed it in and out of it. And so it'll be Mordew ball. Now their offense has a chance to take away here. It's Ben Minardi with speed. Minardi to the far circle to Murph Butler. And with 8:15 to go in the second, Murph Butler and the Mordews will slow the pace up. Ethan Krause along the blue line. Krause holding, passing it a little bit wide, played by Hoffman instead. Over the top went Matt Klinges, he couldn't get it either. And now Klinges had a one-on-one opportunity, but he's turned away as it passed a little bit high. Hauser ushers that one to the corner, but he's still there. So Matt Klinges has it right back. Klinges over the top by Hauser. Did that go through? It did not. It is waved off as Ogier goes to the corner with it. Contact there beneath the shot clock, but Ogier will clear the area. The league leader in assists, Eric Ogier, looking for his first of the day. Butler on the far boards. To the middle, passed a little bit wide. And picked off instead by Resch, rather. He goes to Marr. Marr with speed over to Connor, looking for four, is denied. Ogier on the recovery, up the floor. Butler now. Halfway through this game, Butler shot, and that one's denied. Exact midway point of this 40th PBLA Championship game at Rizzo Rink. It's Krause, winds and fires. Save made by Atkinson. Shuffled forward, ball loose on the floor, and then played instead by Resch. Patrick Resch to the main circle. Resch winding, feeding, shooting, denied by Hauser. A sliding save on his knees. Resch recovers, contact there, and a timeout called by the Thunder as Resch took a big shot there against the boards in front of his own bench, but he will be back to his feet without much of a problem there. 7:07 to go in the second period. It's a 5-3 ball game going the way of the defending champions, but again, the Mordews standing strong. Running clock here to 7:04 and 03 in the second period. A 5-3 ball game going the way of the Thunder. Looking for six there with Connor. It's wide. Rebound play to Marr instead. Marr back for Connor. He wants his fourth goal early on. sitting at a hat trick for the moment. Shot on target there, denied. Goldner, the shooter, but it is turned away. Connor on the redemption. Back for Goldner this time. Goldner in the middle. Winding up, shooting, putting it wide of Hauser off the glass. Second chance, Connor. Connor winding up, firing wide of Hauser again. He got a piece of his shoulder pad, would have gone wide of the net regardless. Murph Butler, good defense, play on the possession thus far. Jonathan Miller looking to follow in Butler's footsteps. Back for Connor. Connor driving it over the top. What a brilliant goal by Austin Connor. He gets his fourth in dramatic fashion, and 6-3.
He is actually unstoppable. Just an offensive force. No matter what you try to do as a goaltender, you cannot prevent it. He is inevitable, and he's showing it today.
Austin Connor has 3 goals in a row for the Thunder offense, back-to-back in the game. 4 in a row, and he's now at 31 goals on the season, counting the playoffs. This is absolutely ridiculous stuff from the tenor of Austin Connor. Off the draw, Klinges winds and fires. That one blocked down. Good play by Miller. He fires to Yee. Yee up the floor this time to Creaney. Pass picked off. Here come Marr and co. Marr with help. He's got the 61 of Bailey. He holds it for the moment now. Marr with contact. Shot. They score. How did that one go through? Kyle Marr on one hop. It's past Hauser, and 7-3.
The Thunder had their run early on in the game. The Mordudes fought back, and now the Thunder are going on yet another run. They're showing exactly why they came in as the heavy favorites, because they just do not quit.
The NLL level talent Matt Kuhn still waiting in the wings. He allowed the first 4 goals of the game in the first 6 minutes of regulation time. We'll see if he comes in to play here as Hauser, who started off extremely hot, has now given up back-to-back goals in the last minute. Pump fake and now feeds to Ben Minardi. Minardi across the blue line. In deep for Kraus. Kraus hovering in the main circle. McClure sets a pick. Kraus holds for the moment. Kraus in deep. Sidearm shot. They score. Much needed there as Kraus fires to McClure, who connected there with Rockowitz again. It's Tyler Rockowitz who gets the goal, and it's 7-4.
It was necessary. You know, it was about time that they countered back. They've been on a little scoring drought since their back-to-back-to-back run early on in the game. But now the lead is back to 3 for the Thunder. So anything is possible here with the Mordudes. We've seen them go on their runs. They just need to continue it and can't let Thunder get momentum back.
Rockowitz gets his first point of the day. McClure's second total point. He's got a goal and an assist to his name. Much needed one there. Kraus to the far corner, to the middle, pass wide. Ogier trying to close the gap. He couldn't do it there. Instead, Joey Klinges taking it away. Klinges fires to Resch, Patrick Resch in particular. Up the floor he goes down to Brono. Michael Brono through contact, the shot pushed wide of Hauser. Rebound up in the air, off the light, and out of play. Last touch on the Thunder attack. And so it'll be Mordude ball coming up from defense to offense. 24 of Wade Mutz has been a little bit extra busy today. To Hoffman now. Hoffman main circle with Bailey in close coverage. The Thunder captain has been strong on the defensive side of the floor. Here's Kraus. Far circle. Ethan Kraus cutting in a shot. Denied. Hackinson couldn't quite find it there. Rebound right back to Kraus in the near corner. He's not shooting the ball as well. And Patrick Resch takes it away. Resch, little giddy hop there. He fires it to Bailey. And Bailey will lead the charge up the other end of the floor. Now Matt Klinges. To Marr. Marr on the feed from Brian Daly. Gives it right back. Here's Klinges. Daly comes off. Klinges winds. Shot. Blocked down. A good play again by Scott. Here comes Scott. Pairs the defense. Evan Scott cutting in. Shot. 5-hole score. Evan Scott. A brilliant feed in front. It's 7-5. Back-to-back for the Mordudes.
What did I say? Evan Scott was huge there. The Mordudes needed to get on their run. The Thunder were up 3, and the Mordudes can only really succeed and compete with them when they go on a run of their own. They need to shut down the Thunder, which they did in the last game of the regular season, and that's what they need to do to continue on in this game.
Evan Scott's been strong in the midfield this day. He's been better on the defensive side of things on the season, but today on offense he has stepped up in a massive way. A takeaway there on the blue line, and he goes end to end for that one. 7-5. McClure looking for 6, denied there. That one is deemed off of Atkinson off the far netting, so Adam Yee will resume play. He'll stay here with the Mordude offense. They'll have to reset play though. Over to Rockowitz. Rockowitz, quick touch, quick shot. Saved by Atkinson off his pad, off his helmet as well. Ball loose to the corner. Marr in the mix there. Kyle Marr through contact. And he's able to get the ball away from Eric Ogier and co. Less than 2 to go in the second period. It's back to a 2-goal affair. 7-5 the score. Marr gives for Hogarth. Traeger Hogarth backstepping. Now charging forward. Far circle. Opportunity here. They come around with Adam Goldner. Goldner to Klinges. Matt Klinges in particular. A backhand shot saved by Hauser, loose in the crease. Up in the air twice, and Hauser is back on it in time. But a near miss there. Murph Butler will take the first feed. Butler across the blue line and main stripe. Blue line to blue line with room to work with. Murph Butler, far side circle. Driving in on Resch, now backtracking. Pump fakes for Hoffman, holds himself. Butler winds and fires, on target but safe. Gets his own rebound here, swatted at, and then lost it as Resch had a defensive play there behind them. Patrick Resch and Matt Klinges leading the charge here on the other end of the floor. Resch finds Joey Klinges this time. Final minute of play in the second period. We're nearly 2/3 of the way done this 40th PBLA Championship game. The Mordudes have been in 3 of the last 4, same as the Thunder. Shot from Goldner off the glass, wide off the back of the net there as well. Recovered by Goldner behind the net. Now he's pickpocketed. Butler in the mix there as well. That ball jarred loose for a second time, and Wade Mutz is there for the final recovery. Mutz to Kraus. 40 seconds to go in the second period. Ethan Kraus with 17 separating shot clock and game clock. Holding in the far circle. Kraus driving in to the middle. Rodkowitz, quick touch off his stick and out of play. Off the far wall. They'll say last touch Thunder, and now timeout is called by the Mordude bench. 25.4 remains in the second period here at Rizzo Rink. 7-5 your score through nearly 30 minutes of play. The shot clock not a factor when we come back. .4 remains in the second period of play at Rizzo Rink. 40th championship game is well underway. It's Tyler Rodkowitz in the first feed. 7-5 the Mordudes trail, looking to get one back here late. Rodkowitz gives it right back for Ethan Kraus. Less than 15 and 14 now off the clock. Shot clock not a factor. Kraus holding. In no hurry here, Brono, the closest defender to him. Now he feeds for Yee. Adam Yee driving in, now gives for Butler. Butler across, wide of Rodkowitz. Hoffman in the mix there as well. One hopper, Hoffman can't get a shot off. Brilliant defense play by the Thunder in the final seconds there, the second period. We're through 30 minutes of play at Rizzo Rink. The 40th championship game is on the line. 4-time champion Thunder taking on the 2-time champion Mordudes, and both teams are dynasties in their own right over the last few years. The Thunder have made it to the championship game 3 times in the last 4. They made it in 22, 24, and 25, winning 2, I should say, not winning in 2024. That was the Mordudes' turn, as they have made it 3 times in a row, and this is their 4th in a row this year, looking to win their 3rd championship in that span and avenge a 2025 loss to the Thunder last season. .30 minutes down, 15 to go from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania at Rizzo Rink. The 40th championship game with the Doreen and Frank Doreen, Menschner Cup on the line here at Rizzo. The cup is just to our side. And it is in all its glory here, very bright and shiny. I could look at that trophy for a very long period of time. I'm not sure where I'm going with this statement. Let's get back underway here. On the ensuing draw to begin the third period, ball taken away by McClure & Co. On a one hopper, he fires that one toward Mutz. That was Noah France as well in the mix, and France at the last touch. Wade Mutz in the main circle to Rodkowitz. Rodkowitz in deep. Now Minardi driving in. Minardi with an opportunity here, spinning, shooting, saving. There was the 30 of Rubman, who returns to the net there in favor of Atkinson. So two goaltender changes here in the middle of this one for the Thunder thus far, possibly a third coming. McClure shot, chest pad saved by Rubman. Swide at and scooped up. What a goal, Eric Ogier! Oh my goodness! What a scoop in the middle of the floor, and he fires it with the offhand. Eric Ogier, the league leader in assists, adding his name to the scoreboard here at 7-6.
Ogier had a 2-goal performance in the semifinals, but that was unbelievable. Backhanded, wasn't even looking at the goal when he shot it. He was going to be my sneaky player of the game based on how he played in the semis. He can live up to the pressure, and when you have a run like this for the Moore Dudes, that could be huge. Now only down 1. They need to keep this run going.
That was one of the most impressive pickups I have seen in front of the net, and an absolute beautiful goal along the far post to beat Rubman for the first time tonight. It's a 7-6 affair. We're back to a one-score game. Do not change your channel. Rob McClure to the far corner. McClure coming in behind Rubman to the top here with Mutz. Winds and fires, saved by Rubman, off the window, out of play, and it'll be deemed Thunder possession as quickly the defense gets back for the Moore Dudes. Off the ensuing draw, Matt Klinges to Kyle Marr. Marr on the blue line, in for Joey Klinges. Between the circles now, Marr driving in, heavy contact, it counts! Kyle Marr ran over Billy Hauser. He got the shot off before that, though. It is a good goal to the 5-hole. It's 8-6.
The ball wasn't the only thing that went into that goal. He absolutely barrel rolled into it as well. That's what momentum does. When you're just running towards that goal, you can't stop yourself. And now it's 8-6, the Thunder with a potential way to kill the Moore Dudes run. We don't know. We need to see how the next few minutes go, but that sure can be a run killer when your goalie gets absolutely trampled.
Back-to-back times. So as expected, a goaltender interference call is coming against Kyle Marr. That was the confusion there for the goal counting. It is deemed a good goal, and it appears to stay that way. The goal did count, but Marr had some heavy contact there with Hauser. Inadvertent, obviously, but contact is contact. It is a 2-minute minor because against the Thunder. But as you were alluding to before, this is twice now that the Thunder have gone out in front by 4 and seen the deficit brought all the way back to just 1 by that Moore Dude offense. 3 in a row, 2 separate times for the Moore Dudes. They trail 8-6. Butler spinning free off the draw. Looking to make it 4 of the last 5. Miller on a hop. Ethan Kraus. Now for Butler. Butler on the give. Holds for the moment. Has help to his right. He finds it there. In the form of Hoffman. Back for Butler. Winds up behind the back play. Now to McClure looking for Kraus. As Kraus plays it. Kraus double check there against the boards. And Kraus will draw a second penalty. Possibly. Maybe not. Maybe not. I was wrong that first time. It was Kraus was the one that got called for the penalty. At least the violation there. It'll be 5-on-4 still going the way of the Moore Dude offense. But now Carbone and the Thunder will have it for the next 25 seconds and change. Carbone holding for the moment. Now firing for Hogarth. Hogarth back for Goldner. Goldner into the circle. Shot. Save made off netting out of play. Last touch Thunder. Quick possession there, and the Moore Dudes take it away. Evan Sky has a goal to his name already, and there's a big one at that. Looking to get a second one here, though. He will sub off after the first touch of the new possession. Hoffman plays it to Kraus. Kraus with 42 and 41 coming up the penalty clock. To Rodkowitz. Hoffman shot. Save made. Rebound loose in front. Denied by Blono. Blono up in the air with it. The defenseman takes it away finally for the Thunder. Bordeaux sidearm toss. Along the far boards, the Thunder come up. Resch holding for now. Patrick sends off Connor. Now Traeger Hogarth comes on. Carbone right behind him. Hogarth holding for the moment. To Buono. Along the blue line, Michael Buono. Driving and shooting, saving maybe by Hauser. Rebound loose up in the air and pulled down by the 92 of Scott. Heavy contact there. A Thunder player goes down. And Scott will come away with it in a 2-on-2. Here they come, Scott. Miller shot pushed wide. Scott had it. Miller was there for moral support, but Alec Rubman made the save. And Rubman remains in now for beyond the 5-minute mark, but he usually comes in for. He's allowed 1 goal in 10 minutes of work, so solid outing thus far. We'll see if that continues as Atkinson is still on the bench. Same with the other starter, Matt Kuhn, following a rough start to his day. Driving in here, the Thunder on offense. High contact there. Austin Connor won a 5th goal today. He didn't get it the first time. He also over the line there, along the baseline, out of play. And it is deemed a more dude ball, but a penalty kill again for the Thunder. Both teams killing a man down today. Adam Yee to Ozier. Ozier was magical early on. Can he do it again? Ozier toward the top, McClure. Rotkowitz double pumping, holding. Now feeding Adam Yee. Yee spinning. With pressure there, Pat Smith. Sidearm toss to Ozier. Ozier, but behind the back play is pushed wide of Rubman. The rebound is dead along the Thunder bench. Played again by Yee. He's taken down by Smith. And that'll bring about a shot clock violation on the Mordudes. And the last second buzzer beater there by Mutz does not make contact with Rubman. Final 8:50 of regulation time in this 40th PBLA Championship game. Again, the Frank and Doreen Menschner Cup is on the line. It sits just beside us here at the broadcast booth at Rizzo Rink. Kyle Marr to Hogarth. Contact there, now twice. Hogarth with space to Marr, winning 3 in a row. Marr shot pushed wide, whistle sounded before the shot, and it's a violation on the Thunder. Heavy, very much disagreeing here was Matt Klinges. Klinges will be sent off, and we'll see if this could be 2. Another whistle sounds. A bird is flying, everything's flying. I think other physical birds are flying, if you know what I'm talking about. But it is a 8-6 game as of now, and we will see what just happened here. .806 is where the clock will stop in this 3rd period. 8-6 the margin. The officials will talk about this one here. So 2-minute minor will go against Traeger Hogarth for unsportsmanlike conduct, and now put the Mordudes up a man for the next 120 seconds. They just saw a man up washed away a few moments ago. Can the Thunder defense go 2 for 2? And crunch time at Rizzo, a 2-goal affair. 8:06 to go in regulation time. Rockwood's off the draw. Back for Kraus, back to Rockwood's, around the horn they go. A few more touches here. Ozier from Hoffman. Ozier holding. Ozier giving, shooting, putting it wide there of Rubman. And pardon me, that's Atkinson back in net as Rubman is relieved of his duties, at least for now, as Atkinson is back in for his 3rd stint today. 7:43 and 42 coming off the clock now in the 3rd. The Thunder content to kill as much clock as possible. Looking to milk a 2-goal lead. 8-6 the margin. Matt Klinges holding on the blue line. Klinges contact there by France. Makes a man miss. Matt Klinges a shot. Save made by Hauser. Rebound loose, wired at, and knocked away from Goldner. Here come Hoffman and Co. in a 2-on-2. Hoffman and Miller. Yeah, all she wrote there is now the Thunder defense gets back. Hoffman holding for now. Now feeding. He gives to Rotkowitz. Rotkowitz to McClure. McClure bobbled it. Now recovers. McClure between the circles. Sends that one out wide. Wind up shot. Hoffman denied. Rebound loose in the crease, and it's there for Resch to scoop it.
Have 2 incredible goaltenders that they can continue to flip on and off as much as they want.
We talked about them before. Matt Kuhn and Billy Hauser, 1st and 3rd respectively in goals allowed average. Connor Atkinson and Alec Rubman, 2nd and 4th in their own right in that same category in the PBLA standings. The only 4 goalies those 2 teams have used all year. They are the 4 best in the league. Hoffman along the blue line to Kraus this time. Kraus between the circles, backtracking. Now looking to work with, he finds Butler. Butler a shot blocked down, hit Buono, gets his own rebound here along the far boards. Butler with contact taken down there by Buono. Whistle sounds, pushing from behind. No penalty, but it'll be at least a violation against Bailey. Or rather Brian Daly, excuse me, I had my initials wrong there, but Daly gets contact, and so it'll be Butler who draws the call. But again, the Thunder will kill the man down. Back-to-back 5-on-4s denied by the Thunder defense. The more dudes at even strength with the ball. Ogier, far side circle. Defense setting a pick in front of him. Tied up there by Resch. Hard hit there. What a shot by Ogier. Couldn't get a clean one off. He tried to get one as he was falling, but a more physical shot and a more impressive one there by Resch. Driving here, sidearm toss to Marr. Marr shooting and denying was McClure in front of Hauser.
A lot just happened. Some hard hits, and that one went all the way up to the ceiling. About 5.5 minutes left. This is crunch time.
5.5 to go, a 2-goal game. Who will make the next mistake, if anybody? Resch spinning in space. Resch to Joey Klinges. Shot on target, denied. Blocked down actually. Loose in front and cleared by Miller, excuse me. Miller through the blue line with speed. Shot, save, rebound, does not go through. It's pounced on by Atkinson. And no 5-hole opportunity there for the Morgan on offense. Connor, hard contact there up high. No hand is up for the moment. Connor driving, saving there was Hauser. Rebound swatted at by Goldner. Taken away instead by Resch. And Resch finds Klinges. Back to the middle. Here's Goldner. And he'll slow the pace. That's Kyle Marr, rather same helmet, but Marr holding.
That was a huge mistake by Evan Scott. He could have easily picked up that ball. Instead, lets it go back to the Thunder.
Marr on the blue line. Feeds Goldner this time. Locked down. Another good play there by the 47 of Creaney. John Creaney has had a few good blocks today. 6-on-5 the way the Thunder here. Delayed call going against the Moore dudes. That shot pushed wide. Violation against the Thunder on offense. But the more important one is against the Moore dudes. And now after having back-to-back man-down opportunities cashed in on for the Thunder, they now have the opportunity to go up a man and a 5-on-4 advantage. 2-minute minor for a slash will be the call against the Moore dudes side. We'll see what the exact number is. It is Miller. And the second time today, Miller has been caught for a violation. Back underway here, Marr on the blue line. Marr to Connor. Connor up the floor. Goldner gets the return fire. Connor, Marr again along the blue line. Klinges this time. Connects with Hogarth. Marr right back. Double pumping, triple pumping. Hogarth to Klinges, a shot, one hopper denied. Evan Scott's there, and Hogarth instead gets there first. Hogarth of the touch from the 27, 92 of Scott rather, the 27, Hogarth took it away. Marr, Connor winding, feeding, Goldner shooting, save made there by Hauser, up in the air it went, and it's played instead by Murph Butler. Butler in the far corner. Along the boards, Murph Butler, heavy contact there. Big check by Connor. Up in the air went the ball, Butler in the mix as Brono will check down a loose change. Brono to the corner. 3:18, 3:17 to play in this third period, 8-6 the game. Marr, main circle. Halfway through the man-up opportunity are the Thunder. To Carbone. Connor, far circle, back for Carbone. Carbone winding, feeding, Marr shot, blocked down, Noah France in the mix, and the ball goes out of play. Another all-important block there for the Moore dude defense. They've had 3 of them in recent memory. Here's Carbone. Again, Connor, back for Carbone. Michael Carbone on the feed. Here's Marr, back for Carbone. Wind-up shot, save by Hauser. 2:38 remaining in this championship game. 8-6 Thunder. The Moore dudes down a man for 20 more seconds. They need to get 2 quick ones. These two teams have had a shootout before. The Thunder got the advantage in a 10-9 victory. Pass right back, and it's taken away now by Matt Klinges. He spins back behind Atkinson. The Walt Buchak Sportsmanship Award winner just a few hours ago. He tosses for Marr. Final 2:10 in regulation time, back to 5-on-5 box lacrosse. Marr back and forth with Klinges. Out and around Carbone. Far side feed, I believe it's Resch who holds for the moment. It is Patrick Resch, a shot denied. Second chance loose, Resch is back on it. Behind the net now, behind Hauser in particular. He fires to Hogarth. Blue line feed, Traeger Hogarth backstepping. Shot clock to 20, game clock a minute 46. Hogarth holds for the moment. Hogarth in front, Marr, now a sidearm toss in deep again. Pass wide of Hogarth, back for Resch, shot off the mark a little bit high and wide. Would have been the early dagger here. Marr in the far corner. Shot clock to 3-2, past the middle, wide of Carbone, violation on the Thunder. Here come the Moore dudes on offense once they get on the ball. Minute 25 and 24. The clock stops at 1:26 actually in the third period. Oh, whistle stopped the clock in the final 2 minutes. Menardi, a shot pushed wide. Rebound is all the way back toward Miller. Empty net, and that one goes through. An own goal as that one takes 2 on. Hops, the Thunder get the early dagger. And it doesn't even come from their own stick.
That is the most unbelievable way to get the dagger. You know, like 9-6 now, bouncing off of the wall into your own net when you're trying to shrink that lead. Unbelievable stuff.
An unfortunate break for Ben Menardi, but you don't really blame him there. Needed to get one off at the last second. Had to go off the mark and just not the best situation for the Mordudes. 9-6, the defending champions are a minute 13 from reigning for a third straight year. Here's Menardi. Here we go. Menardi taken down. Big right hook there by the Thunder. Here we go again. Menardi helmet off. Extra contact there behind the play. Right off the draw, we get back underway. Patrick Resch, the representative for the Thunder in red and yellow. Actually, maybe that's Bruno. Resch was in the mix there, but Bruno's jersey was rolled up to make it look like a 33. It is 88. It is Bruno. And the clock will stop at the minute 11. So Bruno and Menardi tied up there. I can only guess as to what sparked that conversation. So 1:11 to go in the third period of play. 9-6 now the margin. We'll see what the official ruling is here. Bruno seems to agree with a not yet announced call that he is done for the day. His jersey is off. He's still on the floor. I think he just got a shoelace. How did that come off?
I'm wondering the same thing.
He's gathering all the bits and pieces as if he's a Fortnite player who just got sniped. That's the best way I can describe it. I just need to pick up 4 different things. As someone who doesn't even play Fortnite, that's the best comparison I can make.
Sure.
I think it's close enough. Like, he got a shoelace, a bit of a jersey, I think.
I think you need to play a bit more Fortnite in that situation.
I do not indulge in Fortnite. That's all you. Three-goal margin here at Rizzo Rink in this 40th championship game. It looks to be the way of the Thunder, barring a very late miracle here for the Mordudes. The officials still talking about the official ruling here, following a scramble between Bruno and Menardi. We'll see what the penalty is here.
I love how... Ooh.
So the 88 of Bruno is done for the day as expected, a 5-minute major and a game misconduct. So a few ejections here. I believe it's Miller and Wade Mutz, number 5 and 24 respectively for the Mordudes. They are both done for the day as well, as they are deemed to be the 3rd and 4th men in. So due to the 3 penalties being committed here by Michael Bruno, a penalty shot has been assessed to the Mordudes. Tyler Rodkowitz will take it from the main circle. So it's 9-6. This could be something to get some fire back in the bellies of the Mordude offense. This game is not yet over if he can cash in here. It's Rodkowitz on Atkinson. Atkinson looking to confirm the call here. Not much of a disagreement there as he goes back in between the pipes. 1:11 on the game clock in the third period. It's Mutz and Miller off, and Bruno for the Thunder. Here comes Rodkowitz. Right to left. Tyler Rodkowitz cutting in, shooting, and that one goes through. A goal on the right side of the net. He beats Atkinson. A penalty shot goal will make it 9-7.
That could be huge. Obviously, only a minute 11 left. There's not too much time to be able to make up those 2 goals, but that is sure a good first step.
The officials will talk about things here again following the penalty shot. It is a 9-7 ball game. The 61 of Brian Daly will be sent off here. Maybe not, actually he'll stay on. It wasn't an ejection, it was just more like a conversation.
The scoreboard is very bright right now.
It'll be 3-on-3 actually. This is a rarity. So 3-on-3 for the final minute, 11 seconds of regulation time here in the third. Does this benefit the Moore Dudes at all? We will see. It's Hoffman, Yee, and Scott taking on Matt Klinges, Patrick Resch, and a mystery face-off man. It's Yee taking on the 61 of Brian Daly. Daly wins the war there in the main circle. Daly on the far boards, tied up there, not enough contact for a call. Tyler Rockowitz there, the man making it. Rockowitz, up the floor they go. The 61 of Daly, taken down there, ball draw loose. Here comes Rockowitz and co. Whistles all sound, and play will be stopped. Much to the Moore Dudes' chagrin, 53.5 seconds remain in the third period. You could not ask for a better game at Rizzo Ring. It's been 9-7 now, a 2-goal margin. The Thunder led by as many as 4 twice. The Moore Dudes have not yet led in this game. Timeout was called by the Moore Dudes, so no violation there. It was Rockowitz who got possession, and a stoppage was called. So all said and done in that possession. But the Thunder, who come into today as a 4-time champion, will now take on the Moore Dudes as a 2-time champion. Both of those wins coming in the last 3 years, and 53.5 seconds separate one of these two teams from earning an additional one to their total. There'll be Moore Dude ball on the far boards. They'll resume play here, under 50 to go. First pass up the floor, return fire Ozier. Ozier double pumping, now finding Yee. Yee through traffic, in front, Rockowitz, they score! Tyler Rockowitz has back-to-back late in this one. It's 9-8, the Moore Dudes are not dead yet.
This game's not over, man. That penalty shot was huge because it gave them an opportunity to get one more on the board. That now confirms that neither of our predictions for this game will be right, however. But
you
man,
had 9-7 Thunder. That was very close.
This is a great game, I will say. This is fantastic.
Ozier gets his first assist of the day, a league-leading 18 by a mile. Yee off the draw, sends that one in deep. Evan Scott will take it. One last chance for the Moore Dudes on offense. It's a 1-goal game, 9-8. Ozier, up the floor they go. Quick touch here. Rockowitz back for Ozier. McClure next to him. He gives there. McClure between the circles. Chance in front here for Kraus. Kraus holding, shooting, denied there. Atkinson. Now 4-on-3 for the Moore Dudes. It's Kraus by Resch to the top. McClure drops back on the blue line. Rob McClure holding, shooting, save there. Atkinson takes it wide, and they score! They score! They score! Do not scratch your eyes. Do not pinch yourself. You are really seeing one of the greatest comebacks in PBLA Championship history.
Oh my goodness, that one was deflected off of Atkinson. It rolls ever so slightly to his left, and it's tapped right in like a putter. That was unreal, and this game is tied with 10 to go.
Tyler Rockowitz has done it again. A hat trick in the final minute 11 of regulation time. Off the draw, sent back the way of Matt Klinges. One last chance for the Thunder. Klinges to the middle, pass by Resch, shot, save in the very last moment. And that will send us to bonus lacrosse at Rizzo Rink. You could not ask for anything better on your Wednesday night. We're about to get underway at Rizzo Rink for a sudden death overtime period. 10 minutes are on the clock. We'll see if it takes that long. It's a 9-9 ball game between the Thunder and the Moore Dudes. I still don't believe what I have just seen as Tyler Rodkowitz, the Rutgers product, has a hat trick in the last 71 seconds of play to drag his team back from the dead. We will see what the personnel is on either side here. It looks to be 3-on-3. Atkinson versus Hauser. The main circle, Matt Klinges and Adam Yee. And in deep, Patrick Resch taking on the 47 of John Creaney, who has been extra busy tonight. (3v3), the penalties will stay on the board. Mutz, Miller, and Bruno are all done for the day. Off the draw, timeout, Moore Dudes. Adam Yee wins his biggest of his career. So Jack Dobbins, you have about 3 to 4 weeks of box lacrosse experience on the mic. What are you coming into this overtime period with in your head?
Well, I'm coming with my jaw on the floor, first off, I gotta say. But holy cow, I was not expecting sudden death in the chip. A game as high stakes as this, we saw a very similar situation the final week of the regular season when these two teams faced off and end up going to shootout with the Thunder coming out on top. Both these teams are just so dominant. They were the top two on top of the league for practically the entire year. And right now, I'm saying it's anyone's game.
3-on-3 lacrosse here. Sudden death overtime in the championship. Ogier out wide. Rodkowitz, the heroes thus far. He fires to Kraus. Will someone take the title from him? It's Kraus. Double pumping, holding, shooting, putting it wide at Atkinson. Rebound on a hopplehead out of play in front of us and back in for the Thunder. Played instead by Patrick Resch. Resch, a pass out wide. Marr, shot, save. Rebound up in the air on the far glass. Played by Patrick Resch again. Marr in the mix there, but Resch gets the free play. Marr holding in the main circle. Austin Connor is now on the 4-time score tonight. Resch finds him. Connor between the circles. Austin Connor shot. Save by Hauser. Rebound is loose. Here they come with speed. It's Creaney swatting at it. It's wide. Atkinson got there first. Off the far glass it went. Patrick Resch is there. 9 to go in this overtime period. Pass to the middle. Here's Connor coming in. Austin Connor scores! The Thunder have repeated in the PBLA Championship.
I have to say, what did you expect, man? Coming into this game, 13-0, the Moore Dudes all year have given their best fights to the Thunder. They are the two closest teams by a wide margin, but unbelievable stuff. The Thunder complete the 14-0 season on a walk-off goal from who else but Austin Connor in the overtime sudden death format. Unbelievable.
A 5-goal night for the league leader in goals, points, and a partridge in a pear tree, Austin Connor. 32 goals and 38 points on the season. It does not get much better for the PBLA hero of 2026. And with that, we bring you the Frank and Doreen Menschner Cup, which will be honored to the Thunder for the second consecutive year and the 5th time in team history. Connor Atkinson, despite the late rally by Rodkowitz, makes multiple big saves in the overtime period. He wins his 4th championship as a member of this Thunder team. And he has been the anchor behind the first 3. Absolute mayhem at Rizzo Rink.
I must say, a goalie battle for the ages, an offensive battle for the ages. This was neck and neck. Both teams had their runs. It was all over the place for the game. Man, just what an unbelievable night here from Philadelphia.
I don't believe I have seen a better game in any sport in my broadcasting career than that. And we have called quadruple overtime basketball games, walk-off baseball wins, and still I find myself at a loss for words of what I have just seen. at Rizzo Ring tonight.
For those who have not tuned into a broadcast with me on it, me and Caden have been calling games together for over 5 years at this point, and I totally agree with him. I think this is the craziest that we've called.
Absolutely.
Just flabbergasting.
Absolutely insane is the only way I can put this.
Flabbergasting, befuddling, just all those words.
With a minute 13 to go in regulation time, the Thunder had a 3-goal lead. We're coming off a man advantage, and it just allowed an own goal, or I said the Mortars allowed an own goal off the Thunder to basically nail this one up. Then it was Buono and Minardi in the main circle who got into one of the better fighting matches that we've seen this season. And somehow, some way, Tyler Rockowitz at the minute 11 puts the team on his back late, scores 3 in a row to go along with an early assist on a Murph Butler goal to open the scoring. And it is all just history from there. A 3-on-3 sudden death overtime that goes the way of the Thunder. It simply does not get more impeccable than this, as the Frank and Doreen Menschner Cup will be handed around the Thunder. Coach James Jalemi with the first touch here. Standing alongside is the captain, the number 61, Ryan Daly.
And with that, I think it's fair to say the MVP of the game goes to Austin Connor.
I don't see how it could be anybody else. With a 5-goal performance, Austin Connor may be adding a helper there during the game as well. We'll get formal word on that. But my goodness, do I not envy anyone writing a story about this game, because I probably would have had to erase multiple pages of stuff as this one went on.
We're seeing like prime Bonds in Austin Connor this year. I mean, he was such a scoring force for such a great team.
His final total of 32 goals on the year brings him to an exact average of about 2.3 goals per game. The dude has been unstoppable. And that is really the epitome of this game. The offense being led by the top guys you'd expect it to be. Austin Connor, 5 goals for the Thunder. And Rockowitz with 4 goals of his own, plus a helper. Those two just going tit for tat over the course of the day. The trophy will have its parade around Rizzo Rink tonight. And I'm sure many a player will not be going home without a bit of a drink in the parking lot.
What a night.
We will end our call of the game there. Be sure to check in on Playoff Push Media on Instagram for post-game content and interviews as well. PBLA Official will have those. We're in collaboration with them tonight. But thank you to everyone who has watched this season. Jack and I will hopefully be back next year. We will let you know as the days draw closer. But for myself, Jack Dobbins, Elijah Morales, Steven Morado, Bob Stewart, everyone else has helped us out over the course of the year and the many years prior to this one and the many years to come at Rizzo Rink. Thank you all for watching this edition of the PBLA Championship game, where the Thunder, in dramatic fashion in overtime, take down the 2-seeded Mordudes by a final score of 10-9.